will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Jackson. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. Turning it on. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Give to the back. Powers through the defender. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys, too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Denson. This time on target. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Timeout called by the defense is their first of the halves as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
The give out of the gun. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left. Have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, Dave,
Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
you love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Gets it out fast. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. To the air, it's Denson. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. Got more speed on the back end to cover. And defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know, they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great catch and run for 6.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 21 over Ohio State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Darrison. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Pocket breaking down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Dropping back, it's Denson. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one, if they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways, they were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
You know, in the go-time personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate.
There we go. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Go toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Davis. A relatively short but effective gain. He's out of bounds at the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Looking to fire. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Bringing it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Aggies. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. Moving away from pressure. Got rid of it just in time.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw, it's Denson. Quickly out to the tight end. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Makes the grab. It's Darisaw. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Back to pass, it's Denson. Finds his back in the middle. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play, clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Looking for a man. It's Owens. Punts it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Texas A&M going up tempo. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got it for a big play. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Aggie. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's going to struggle in the first half.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of getting UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 38 over Ohio State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Starting to feel a little pressure. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Looking downfield on first down. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll give it to the back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That should be the final play of the first half. Off play action. He's going to let it go. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Aggie! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're adding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Owens. Fires to the big fella. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the edge. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Clark. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Back up now. Here's second and long. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
And the Clemson offense will take over first and 7.
Looking to throw on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Dances away to buy time. And the defense got him at the 27.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. You've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unleashes it. Makes the grab. Got the conversion and still going. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a...
Turning it on! Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back.
Defensive coordinators always preach swat.